Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 5 of Walking and Talking with Jacko. We're on a roll, guys, we're not stopping, and today it's nowhere near as windy as it was yesterday. I hope everyone's having a great start to the new year. I'd love to know your New Year's resolutions, so get them in the comments. I'd love to hear some. And yeah, if you're enjoying this series, please like and subscribe. It massively helps us as a channel and we love to see the support. But yeah, let's get into it. On today's walk, I was thinking, what can I talk about? There's obviously a lot of news about Dragusin that is very continuous. We spoke about it a lot yesterday, but I also thought, let's talk about the magic of the FA Cup. As we all know, Tottenham open their FA Cup account this season. They play Burnley this Friday, and I feel like it's a competition that in recent years people feel like it's kind of lost its glory. I always think about the magic of the FA Cup and how much I've always wanted to win that trophy and see Spurs lift that trophy as a young lad, and I still do to this day. In my opinion, it's one of the most important football trophies in the calendar year, and I would do anything to see Tottenham lift that trophy this year. And that's why I think it's important to talk about it and why maybe it's lost its magic and why I would still love to see us win the trophy. And yeah, let's start off and talk about maybe a bit of the disappointment in recent years. And I've been to all the semi-final losses over the past decade. I went to Tottenham versus Chelsea when we probably had our best side under Mauricio Pochettino. You had the high-flying fullbacks in Kyle Walker and Danny Rose. You had the creativity of Dele and Ericsson, and obviously we had Harry Kane and Son. And you had a Chelsea side under Antonio Conte that I think had just won the league. Under Conte, they had a fantastic year. They were really good. I think N'Golo Kante was in great form. They had Diego Costa, Pedro. But the year later, they were really struggling under Antonio Conte. And we went into that semi-final match with hopes that Tottenham were probably playing some of the best football in the league that year. And they started that match, if anyone remembers, you can let me know, with Diego Costa on the bench and Eden Hazard on the bench. And all Spurs fans thought, right, this is our chance. Like we can really get at them. Then what happens is Willian opens his account in the first 10 minutes. I think Son gives away a penalty, and we really don't get the best start. But then we come back, we go 1-0 down, 1-0, 2-1 down. I think Dele Alli scores to make it 2-2. Then what happens is they sub on Diego Costa, they sub on Eden Hazard. And I don't know about you Spurs fans, but every time Hazard was on the ball, I always get so nervous. He was a fantastic player for Chelsea and he's retired now, but what a footballer he was. And then he come on and then created the goal, or did he score the goal to make it 3-2? And then, as we all know, 20 minutes to go, Matic hits a pile driver in the top corner. I'm really talking about the game here, but I need to get it off my chest. As for me, this was one of our biggest chances to win a trophy, an FA Cup in years. I think it was 2017, around April time. And he really sunk Tottenham hearts. And then the following year, another predecessor Tottenham manager, Jose Mourinho's Man United team, also not playing great football while Tottenham was still really high up, doing well in the Champions League as well. And we lose 2-1 to an Ander Herrera goal. I think we took the lead as well under Dele Alli, who was obviously one of our main players back then. And we lost that 2-1. And ever since then, we've kind of fallen short. We lost to, I think it was Middlesbrough in the quarterfinal of last 16 a couple of years back. And last year, we failed as well in the competition. But you just hope this year, the magic of the cup, it's one competition a week because the FA Cup, as we know, starts off on the weekends and we're kicking off our campaign against Burnley this Friday. You just feel like Tottenham this year, we've really galvanised the fan base. We're playing fantastic football. I want to see us go far in this competition. I want to be back at Wembley believing that we can compete, just like we did under Pochettino. But this time I want to see us go a step further. I want to see us beat Chelsea in the latter ends of the competition. I want to see us beat Arsenal. I just believe with the positivity around the club, with a manager like Ange, you feel like he knows the importance of the FA Cup. He spoke about how him and his dad always watched the games growing up. They'd be up at the middle of the night watching Liverpool. I think he was a big Liverpool fan back in the day, and just seeing the glory and the magic of the FA Cup. So he strikes me as someone who really appreciates how much this means to Tottenham fans, and that's why I want to see our best starting 11 on Friday. I want to see us doing everything we can to win this competition, because yes, we've got loads of injuries, don't get me wrong, But when you're playing in a competition that we haven't won since 1982 and we haven't won a trophy since 2008. Guys, don't forget Tottenham if they win the competition this year, they would be third highest FA Cup wins ever, just behind Manchester United and Arsenal. We haven't won the competition in 40 years, guys. That proves how much of a cup team we were back in the day. And that's why we really need to prioritise this competition this year, in my opinion. Look, guys, the magic of the cup. Surely everyone wants to see us win it. Kicking things off against Burnley, who are starting to play better football, but we should be beating them rather comfortably at home. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to the match this Friday for the first time in a while, but I'm going to definitely be tuning in and watching it, of course. So, guys, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming match on Friday. On the walks tomorrow, I'll probably do a little preview as well. But yeah, I just thought it was important to talk about the magic of the cup. I really think it's important that we prioritise it. It's going to be a tricky match without our starting team. But once we get Maddison back, once we get Mickey van der Ven back, once we bring in maybe Dragusin and kind of build that squad depth, we've definitely got a squad and a first 11 that is capable for winning the FA Cup, and I'd love to see that this year. That would really make 2024 a special year, guys. Imagine Champions League football and an FA Cup moving into 2024 and 2025 with that under our belts. Really would be special. But yeah, I thought it'd be nice to talk about the FA Cup. Okay, what else have we got for you? Let's talk a tiny bit about Dragusin. We spoke about him a lot already, let's be honest, over the last couple of days. But now it's come out this morning and last night saying the deal is closed, the deal is on track, but Genoa are holding out for like a 30 million euro fee, and Tottenham are looking more in the 24, 25 million ballpark. In my opinion, this deal is going to get done, guys. It's just classic negotiations. The agent wants more money as he feels left out, and he wants to drive the price higher, but the player wants to come. It looks like apparently Napoli and Newcastle are interested, but you can tell his heart is set on a move to Tottenham. That just looks to be the case. And that's what you want. You want a player who wants to play for the club, and with his characteristics, with his height, with his aerial dominance, and I've done a bit more research, and it looks like he can play out from the back. He played in Turin, he played under Paratici, and I trust Ange Postecoglou. So I'm really excited about this potential signing, and I really do expect it to go through. I know we've had signings previously that haven't, but we've scouted him a couple, 2 months ago. Johan Lang and Robert McKenzie went out to Turin to watch him. We've really identified him as a player that we want. So for me, I just see this deal getting done. Relax, Spurs fans. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my words, but we'll get this one done, and I reckon he'll be in the starting lineup to play Manchester United, hopefully partnering Mickey van der Ven. So that's enough on Dragusin. Let's finish it off, actually, guys, with a kind of a hypothetical scenario. There's not been too many links recently, but I feel like it's a link that we've always had. So I want to talk about it. Eberiche Eze at Crystal Palace is a Tottenham player that I would adore. He just screams to me an N17 Tottenham type of player, with the flair, with the technical ability, the ability to change a game on its head like that. He's just a wonderful player to watch, and I feel like to have him linking up with Maddison, Kulusevski, Son would be a dream. I said in the summer transfer window that I think him and Maddison would really help take the burden off Son, and getting rid of Harry Kane, signing them two would be a real statement. And I feel like it still would be. We've seen how well Maddison's fitted into Tottenham. Imagine having Eze, Maddison as your two creative points alongside Kulusevski, and then Son and Brennan Johnson in behind with Richarlison rotating. You're talking about creativity, you're talking about pace, you're talking about goals, which everyone needs. You're really taking that attacking burden off Son and allow the goals to be spread out more throughout the team. So for me, I think Eze is just the perfect type of profile that we could look for. Let me know in the comments. A lot of people are talking about Morgan Gibbs-White being the perfect signing for Tottenham. For me, I'd rather someone like Eze. I just feel like he's suited to Tottenham. I think he'd cost probably about £70 million, which is a crazy amount of money. But at the end of the day, this is the type of money you've got to spend these days if you want to bring these type of calibre of players in, especially when they're Premier League proven. So let me know, Morgan Gibbs-White, Eze, who would you rather in the comments? Do you think the Dragusin deal will get done? And how special is the FA Cups to you? Let me know your favourite FA Cup memories, because I remember going with my uncle, going with my family to these special FA Cup days, and going back to Wembley. Getting that 9th FA Cup really would be special this year. So let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed Walking and Talking with Jacko, episode number 5, guys. Remember to let me know your New Year resolutions. And yeah, please like and subscribe. It means the world to us here at Spurs Related. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Spurs.